Okay. All right. Can you hear me okay, Vic? Are you up there?
Yep, I'm just getting set up. One more little thing and I'll
Yeah, we got our
okay.
babies in there.
Yep, I'll get us all
Oh,
going.
you know what? We're actually 3 minutes early. Can you believe it?
Whoa. Hey, congratulations to us.
Yeah, totally. Let's see who's early with us. Shelley. I see you, Shelley Harding. A plus for you because you're a couple of minutes early. We see you.
Well, my camera's working, so here we are.
Yeah,
Hey,
okay.
Shelley. Yeah,
All right, good.
I'll hold the fort.
Hold the fort. We'll get those questions while they
Right.
come rolling in because we
Oh,
have a
you
lot of
bet.
people registered today.
Hey,
So
we're 3 minutes
should be
early.
fun.
We got time even. You bet.
Yep.
Hi, Shelley.
So you can hear me, right, Vic? It's okay.
Yeah, you sound really good, Kim.
Okay, cool.
Excellent.
All
Everything's
right.
working. All righty.
I'll
Okay.
do the screen share so it's up.
Yep. Check it out. Anyhow, we've got ourselves going here. Shelley, where are you from? Let me just see who's here. Shelley Harding, where are you from? I'm dialing in from Northern California. Do check your chat. I'm going to go down there and see if you and I can talk. And make sure your settings are on everyone so we can say hello. I'm popping into chat just to say hi. Okay, as we get rolling here. Shelley, let me ask you, why should we wait? First of all, where are you from? Hi, Fiona. I know where you're from. Pop in and just say hi, where you're from, where you're dialing in from. Fiona, reveal. And a couple things to get the ball rolling before Kim comes. I'm Vicki Link. I'm co-hosting this and excited to have you here. I wanted to start off with just a couple of questions just to warm everybody up so we see where you're at and what's going on in your life and your head and where you want to go. And here are the things. Fiona, this for you too, even though I know you real well. Um, how long in the industry overall? Fiona, I know it's been more than a few years. So how long overall, even if you had stops and starts? So that's the first one. So let's see if we can get an answer or two in there. I bet I beat all of you in the length of time and the learning curves and things that, go on in this industry. 3 years. Has it been that long already? Shelley, 2 years. Okay. So that's the first one. And the second question is, how much time are you currently investing per week in what you're building? If you're going at it for, 40 hours, tell that. If it's 2 hours a week, 5, 10, 20, tell where you're at now. Time investment. And it might be all over the place, but just average it. And there's no right or wrong answer. Some people are part-time and some people are maniacs, full-time, beyond full-time. Okay, Fiona, 10. And Shelley, for you?
And Vic, one question we want to ask today is for whom on a scale of 1 to 10,
Uh-huh.
is it absolutely, totally essential that their life depends on it to
Mm,
earn, say, an extra $2,500 per month by the end of the
okay.
year?
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
All
Yeah.
right, I'll be right
So you
there.
got to hear it straight from Kim's mouth. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how essential is it for you to make a certain amount, whatever that is, an extra 20,000 a year or whatever, for your life to keep floating and going ahead and not sinking? So Shelley, 20 hours a week. So on a scale of 1 to 10, let's answer that. See where people are at as you pop it in here. So Fiona, for you, because I know you got a couple things you do. And Shelley, you're doing 20 a week, solid? Okay. And on a scale of 1 to 10, do answer that. How essential is it for you to make this thing float well and not sink? So I'm going to wait for a minute and see who else is popping in at the same time here. Hey, Joe and Melvin. Got a couple others popping in. So pop in and tell where you're from, just for fun. And a couple things, Joe, because I know you're seasoned. How long have you been in the industry overall? Melvin, I know you've been at this a while, because I know you. So just for those that don't, tell us how long you've been at it, going at it. And then the next question is for the two that are just popping in. And Ola, I think your name Ola, same for you, answer that. We are kind of engaging here, so we want you all to pop in and tell us a little detail on you so we can help you out. And then when you answer that, tell me how much time you're currently investing, if anything. Some people kind of sit back and go, oh my gosh, the holidays hit, I got to thaw out. So are you investing time? And if you are, how much time per week? And if you're doing nothing, just put, I'm doing nada. So we can see where you're at. So Melvin, Ola, and Joe, love to see you respond to that. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you need this to happen? I mean, you know, it's a 10, I've got to make this happen. I need to make this extra, whatever, 20 grand a year, or whatever it is that you're imagining. I'm all in. I'm all in. Or, oh, you know, I don't really need it that much. I can, you know, I'd like to have it. I'd like to have that extra 20 or 50,000, but it's not really that important. I said probably a 6. So tell us your rating there. Melvin, Houston, Texas, 10 years, and you're doing currently 5 hours a week. Okay, and you're at, on the scale of 1 to 10, thanks for the confession, a 9.9. And then ask yourself, what's that little tiny, almost 10 that you're missing? And why would that be? Just for fun. Think on it. Fiona, a 10. Anybody else? See who else has popped in here. So, and then let's just play it out with the last thing I want to ask. Okay, Joe, you're looking to restart. How long have you been in the industry overall? I think it was quite a long time. I think you were in the coaching or teaching realm. Is that right? Maybe still are, but I know you're seasoned. Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. All right, so no current time, but you're thinking about maybe restarting or starting over. Are you in a company that you might re-energize that, or you're looking at something, oh, I'm going to just see what's out there. Maybe there's something else I want to do. So tell that, maybe we can connect around that today a little bit for people that are restarting or want to re-energize their tired business, pooped out business. So tell that. And then those that are actively doing this, on a scale of 1 to 10, we've got you down, but how much, if you took what you learned today and you implemented with complete focus with your 10 hours a week, not pooping around, you know, scrolling on the feed on social media or doing all those other things we do, where would you like to be in a year, given that you're doing, let's say, 10 hours a week and you're making whatever amount you're making? Where can you imagine yourself being in 1 year from now? So if you're making 1,000 a month, but you're really playing around with that 10 hours, it's not real serious, it's not real, or you're not implementing very well and you don't know what you're doing. Given that you're going to learn some new things in 1 year, where would you like to be? So pop in there and say, hey, Janice, good to have you. You're just starting, yeah, about 2 to 3 hours a week right now. So you're brand baby new. I remember that about you. So Janice, given that you're starting, and if you do ramp it up to 10, then given that, where would you like to be in 1 year? And you're just starting. I know, I get it. I get it. So, and I know you're one of us, so you're starting to learn and implement right now. And so Melvin, in 1 year, 7,500. A month or a week? You got down week. Do you mean a month or a week? Okay. think we're about ready to roll, Kim. So
All
Janice,
right, good, good,
hop
good.
on
Yeah,
in.
I'm right here.
Yeah.
Would you get the other answers as well? Hey, Joe,
Gentlemen,
good to see you
gentlemen
guys.
starting over and would maybe like to hit 1,000 a month in a year. And I think
Okay,
he's been in here a while and he's kind of not doing anything right now.
okay, got it. Okay, so I'm glad that you guys are here. This is going to be, I've decided today I'm going to give you something that you will be able to see how you can actually achieve a financial goal. Let's say an extra $1,000 a month in your first 6 months, spending an hour a day. How many people would say, great, I would do it and stop looking around at any other methods or any other approaches. Stop looking at, oh, here's a way to do social media. Here's a way to do Instagram. Here's a way to talk to people on the phone. Here's this, here's that. Do you know that it's like driving from, I don't know, LA to, say, San Francisco. If you get off the road a lot and take exits a lot, it may take you a month to get to San Francisco from LA. If you drive straight on Highway 5, you're going to go until you get there and then you're going to be done. How many people know that if you take a lot of exits on the way someplace, it's going to take you a lot longer to get there? Let me hear. Who tells me yes, 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 I got that. Right?
Oh, yeah.
If you take a lot of exits, it means that you're doing other things. And our minds, our brains are very attuned to people that are good marketers. So if I, market something and somebody else markets something and you go, oh, but then there's the war in Ukraine and I need to watch if Trump won, or I need to see if Biden won, or whatever you're into, you kind of get off the exit, you get off the main road and get off the exit. And we all do it. And that's why what really matters the most of all of it is on the priority list of 1 to 10 of things in your life. You get up and you need to breathe and you need to have air and you need to brush your teeth, right? And get up out of bed. But on the other list of things in your life, where is building a business so that you get yourself to at least $1,000 more per month, every month coming in regularly from people who are buying your product. You could pick your number, but I'm picking 1,000 a month than you have right now. For how many people is that actually a 10 and you would actually put it first? Because in the end, that's going to make the difference. Do we have any 10s? I mean, it's okay with me. But if you do, I'm going to give you a plan where I can guarantee you, unless death happens in your immediate body, that you will hit those numbers because we are going to help you do it. We're going to help you do it. But you can't, go and say, oh, I didn't feel well today. Oh, I got hungover. No, it has to be so important that you will not rest until you've done whatever little assignment there is. It's a very specific program. We're teaching it right now. And the reason I'm offering it is because the results that people are getting are so extraordinary. They are changing so much. And it's by far the best program I've ever done. And it's not that it's different. It's just we're very precise. So you do very specific things and you do those things until you do them and then you stop and then you do the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And pretty soon you've got a stack of things and you've got depth. And when people say, what do? You're not standing there with your tongue hanging out going, well, because you have no clue, because you've taken 15 exits and you don't even know the main road anymore to San Jose or to LA or to New York. Are you with me? How many people are connecting with what I'm telling you? You have got to want it, the goal. And I'm pretty sure in the network marketing business that I have the most straightforward plan to get strangers to give you money. Because I don't care about your aunts and uncles. They're going to help you, whatever. But after that, $1,000 a month means you need at least 100 customers. Do you know that? Every month buying. How do you get those? You have 3 now or 5 and maybe 1 builder and then they have 3 refunds. So it's a very specific thing, but whether or not you succeed depends on how much you want it. And whether you take my plan, which we've done now 7 times over 29 years, or somebody else's plan, I really don't care whose plan you take. I'm not the only trainer out there. Whatever it is, stick to it, cut off everything else. Just go with the plan and the person that is most like you in terms of what you want to achieve, how they do it, and the philosophy that they come from. We all have different philosophies. I don't think anybody comes with the crazy approach we have, but it's worked for us, so we do it. We do it. We don't want to be, we've never been, I have never been, Vicky has never been part of the 106% dropout club. And this is why we really want this to work. But we also have a method that saves incredible numbers of no's and grieving. All right, you there with that? All right, so here, let's figure out how to do this. So how many people do we have who it's really a 10 in terms of importance? And then
Oh,
if
yes,
we take you on that you will not, you'll quit the BS with all the, and you'll do the thing.
Yeah.
Let me see.
At least half that have
All
come in.
right, talks
Yeah,
cheap,
yeah.
talks cheap. Everybody wants everything, but then will you do the push-ups? Yes or no? And Joe, I know you've got the ability. Once you focus, I know you do. All right, here we go. How we enroll 8 in 10 strangers. And there are several ways to do this. I want to show you the quickest way right now so that we're giving ourselves 12 months from the day you start. Okay. And this is a program I'm going to be teaching you. It doesn't take a year, by the way. It's basically a 2-month program, but you do it over years. Like once you learn how to do the push-ups, you go to the gym. You don't need your trainer there every single time. You can have them and pay more. But once you get the push-ups and you know how to use the machinery, you go and you find another partner and you do it and pretty soon you're looking hot, right? All right, how we enroll 8 out of 10. Now, how many people here think that with your network marketing business that you actually run a business? Tell me yes or no, do you believe that you have a business versus a hobby versus, something else, that you run a business? Who here says, yes, I run a business? Let me see. That you have a business. Who here thinks network marketing is a business? I need to know from you who said that you're tens. Because if you're not running a business, what do you think you're doing when you get started? If it's not a business, what is it? Tell me what you think it is. Let me hear.
Yeah. We've got a couple said, yes, it's a business.
What about you, Joe and Melvin? What about you? Do you think it's a business that you have? Yeah, I'm going to make sure that you're awake. Otherwise, we're leaving.
Yes.
You got it? Okay, good. Okay, so let's decide why a business exists, first of all. Let's see if we can get on the same page with this. Oh, yeah, right. That was the question. Are we doing a business? Yeah, I didn't mean, are you doing it? Like, are you, Fiona, doing it or not? Is this thing that we're talking about doing to make this income and to become a little bit more independent? Is it a business? Because some people say network marketing is not a business. So I just wanted to be sure that we all are agreed that it is one, if you run it like one, of course, and why a business exists. So that we're all on the same page. Ready for that? All right, Richard Branson says this: a business exists to solve problems people will pay for. Okay, a business exists to solve problems people will pay for. Do we all agree with this? Yes? No?
Yeah.
Okay, remember this now, because you need to have this on your bathroom wall. My business, you could say, exists to solve problems that people will pay for. Okay, so keep that in your mind. It's not to sell products. No, solve problems people will pay for. Okay, that's what we're doing here. So what should you, if you're in the business, what are you in the business of doing? Let me see in the group here. What are you in the business of doing? Come on, come on. Let's go, go, go. It's Friday afternoon. What are you in the business of doing? I'll give it to you right here. Yeah. Solve problems that people will pay for. Not just helping Joe. No. Solving problems, helping that people will pay for. And I don't mean carrying out their garbage can from upstairs to downstairs. I don't mean helping people, your friends carry their fridge down the stairs. It's not just helping people in ways that they will pay for. Do you all see the distinction? Nobody's asking you to be Mother Teresa, although she made a lot of money. Don't think that she didn't. She did. She had hundreds of thousands of dollars coming in every week. Okay. So it's solving problems people will pay for. So what are you supposed to be doing all day? What should you be in the business of doing? Solving a problem. Learning how to get really, really good at solving a problem. Yes or no? Say yes. Let me see. Yes, yes, yes. You got to be fast. That somebody will pay for. Mhm. That's what we're doing. So then the question is, if this is true, what should we be putting out there to bring in the Momo? What should you be putting when you talk on the phone, when you do FaceTime, when you do Zooms, when you make posts, when you write emails, when you put stuff out there, right, to try to solve a problem that people will pay for so they give you money? What should we be putting out there to bring in the revenue? We're going to do 3 things. You ready for this? You want to describe the pain of the problem. The pain of the problem. Okay. Second, and sometimes people are going to go, well, like what? The pain of the problem? Well, you might say are you overweight? The problem is overweight, right? Say yes. For people that think that think overweight's a problem, the problem is overweight. What's the pain of the problem? She's worried that her husband's going to leave her because she's so overweight. And so she wants to figure out what she's going to do to get skinny. That's the pain of the problem. Do you feel the difference in how that sounds? Yes or no? Who can tell? What do you think, Vic?
Oh, yes, they're coming in. Joe, you got it.
You see?
Mhm.
Overweight versus a story that goes with it.
Yeah.
And what's the story? The consequences. The consequences. You need to learn how to do this. And we are getting so good at this. Ooh. Because I myself am an avid, relentless learner of how to do this. And the minute I've got it, then we've got some really cool stuff. I teach it to you. Why? Because it's fun to succeed with a bunch of people. That's why. That's why it's fun. All right. Now you describe the pain of the problem, and then you put it out there. Put it out there. Wherever you're going to put it, online, offline, no matter where it is. You could wear a sandwich board. You can put it on your T-shirt. You're putting the pain of the problem out there. And then what happens is you get buyers who give you money. That's the model right here. I could end it right here and say, would you like to buy? Yes or no? Do you want to learn how to do this or not? You tell me yes or no. Does this sound simple enough? Right? It's like, duh, this is it. Boom, that's your business model. And what's good about us are in the industry, that especially the people here, but the network marketers, we have a real edge. I don't know how many of you know this, but I wrote a new book, believe it or not, after 24 years, called Duplication is a Myth. Of course, it's in the reverse, right? What else? Y'all maybe have seen this book. You can get it at Amazon. Duplication is a Myth. And why did I tell you this? There's a reason, other than to show you the book cover. I can't remember, but when I do, I'll remind me because it's something that's useful for you. So this is the model right here of what we're doing. And I'm going to show you how to do it. You see, and if you think about what do people tell you right now to do the business? Well, how many people have heard, oh, thanks, Fiona. Here's what you do in network marketing to make money. Oh, talk to people. Do you see here talking to people? Make a list of your friends. Do you see here making a list of your friends? Oh, you need to talk about the science of the product and the history of the company and how we don't have any debt. And, none of that's there because it doesn't matter how you achieve this. You could be mute and do it. In fact, we're going to put out T-shirts, Vic, that show how to do this. All right. So we got these 3 things. Everybody clear about this? So now you're going to say, you should, okay, Kim, I'm all sold. And whatever you got, I want to buy it. And so what is the pain or the problem that is easiest to sell? What's the pain or the problem that is easiest to sell? Remember we're talking about this? You have to describe the pain of the problem, put it out there, and then you get buyers. Why? Who's going to buy? People who have that problem, not people who don't. Is a skinny person going to buy the weight loss product, even though she might lose her husband if she doesn't lose weight? Or she's going to have a heart attack? Or her leg's going to crap out because she's putting 300 pounds on it and she was meant for only 120? A skinny person, are they going to buy that? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? What do you think? No.
No.
Right? And why? Because the product's no good? Because you're no good? No. It's like, why don't you wear a size 10 shoe? Well, because I'm a size 4. Oh, so is there something wrong with size 10 shoe? Yeah, man, size 10 shoes, they suck. I'm telling you, every size 10 shoe is the worst in the world. Do people do that? No. It's just a mismatch. No big deal. Okay. So how do you know what is the easiest to sell? And you know what they used to do in the old days. How many of you have heard form? I think the Amway people came up with it. And 30 years ago, it was pretty good, probably 35 years ago. I don't know. I wasn't doing the business then. But it would say things like start a conversations, start a relationship, which we do not think you need whatsoever. Why? How many people here have had a relationship with Steve Jobs before you bought his Apple computers? Probably nobody. How many of you have a relationship with the founders of Google or the founders or anyone at Amazon, and you're buying stuff like crazy? How many people had a relationship with the seller of the house that you're buying? The seller's agent? None. Or the seller? None. But you buy the house anyway because you want the house. So that's form is asking people, hey, how's your family? Does it suck? How is your occupation? Do you hate your job? You can only go to Motel 6 for your vacations, right? Yeah. Form, what recreation? Oh, do you ever get to go out? Oh, you don't go out at all. You have a tent in your backyard because you're so poor. Oh, we can help with that. Like that. And M is money. Oh, and of course you have no money, can't send your kid to private school, blah, blah, blah. And then they try to swoop in and say, we can help with that. This is not that. Not. Guess what the easiest problem is for you to sell and help with every single time? Can anybody guess? We'll give a special prize to somebody who knows this that didn't hear it from my yesterday class. Nobody? Oh, the one you solve for yourself.
Yep.
This is our network marketer's edge. That's what I was going to show you about this book. I have a chapter in this book. The book is called Duplication is a Myth. I do this instead. We have a chapter in this book called The Network Marketer's Advantage. And this is it. What is it? We are in the marketing business and we have people buy stuff through us, right? Through our website or us personally or whatever. And our edge is that we usually have solved the problem. We market a product or a service or the business because it's helped us. We got skinny, so now we're going to help other people get skinny. Are you with me? We grew our hair back in. We have our energy back. We don't have aches and pains anymore. So now we're going to help somebody else do that. How do you know you can help? Because you did it for yourself. How many people understand the power of that? The confidence it gives you that you did something for yourself. And therefore, you have a good chance that you can help someone else. How many people say yes? Let me see. Who do we have yes here? We got an amen, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And some of you are going to go, oh, but if I solve the problem for myself, won't there be people who don't buy? And that is true. If you're a size 8 shoe in the store, the only people who are going to buy you are people who have size 8 feet. And you're going to have to wait for those buyers. Just size 8. That's who you can serve. But do you know how many people need to lose weight? Do you know how many people are looking for extra income? Some way that you could show them how to make it, which you can do after this, without having to ruin their friendships, without having to stand on street corners and like, Mark Yarnell used to and preach about how you can make 30 grand a month. You can do this, you see. You got this? All right. The one you solve for yourself. Now, business is based on well, not all, but I would say almost all business is based on the personal desires and interests and changes that were achieved by the person or persons who started the business. I have read many business histories, and I'm not talking about like, say, Amazon today. No, Jeff Bezos doesn't even have anything to do with the company anymore. They're just a bunch of managers over there trying to save money. If you read Bezos's letters to shareholders from 1996 to 2006, I have all of those. They are the most wonderful, personal, brilliant conversations with shareholders that you ever could read. This man really wanted to make sure that you, as a buyer at Amazon, got the highest quality for the least price, which is very difficult to put together, and that you got the fastest shipping for the least price as well. And what do? Prime shipping. And they have everybody selling through Amazon, and they make it up on volume. The people today, I mean, you can't even get them on the phone. But I'm talking about Jeff Bezos. So when I say buyers, I mean, when I'm talking about business founders, I'm talking about the people who started the businesses. Steve Jobs, me, you, any of you that are doing it. And it's based on personal desires, interests, and changes that they achieved in their life. And they decided to go make a business out of it. So I looked up some today, and I thought I'd give you a couple. I don't know if you've heard of this guy, Joe Cross. This is in weight loss. He started it's not a network marketing business. He's had a documentary called Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, where he showcased his weight loss journey, losing over 100 pounds through juicing and lifestyle changes. And so it doesn't matter how he teaches people how to lose weight. There are a lot of ways to do that, right? But his business came because he showcased his weight loss journey. Do y'all see that? Hello? Yoo-hoo! Are we there? His journey. And he turned it into a documentary. He was a big fat. I mean, a giant fat. Many people have lost over 100 pounds and started. They got, what's that show called? The Biggest Loser or something like that. What are those based on? People who had their own journey. Remember? This is the third one here. Changes achieved. The last one. See that? That's what he did. So this is just an example to let you know that this is just not me making this up. Here's another one. Elon Musk. He developed SpaceX. Why? Because since he was a kid, I guess his mother says, that he thought that humankind should be interplanetary. I guess he watched a lot of the Star Wars and all that kind of stuff. And he thought, well, I think, why should we be limited to the Earth? We should be going to the moon. In fact, the moon, what do you mean the moon? We should be going interplanetary and interstellar, and we should be doing all this stuff. And what did he do as a result of his interest? He built rockets. And he was laughed at and lost just about all his money the first 10 years he did it. I mean, you read his story, you cry for him, the pain of it. But he said, I'm doing it anyway, because even though I only have a 10% chance of success, it's so important that I'm going to take the chance the 90% chance that I won't succeed, because the 10% is worth it to me to move humankind that much further ahead. So 10 years, they all crashed. He lost his money. Everybody laughed at him. And what's he doing today? SpaceX is worth billions of dollars. It's privately held. And he has a payload rockets going up twice a week now. So what was that? That was based on his interest. Okay, I want you to be sure that you get this. Are you with it? And I'm going to tell you the Virgin Atlantic story here in a minute. I want to tell you something that Elon posted the other night in X, his the Twitter that he took over. And because people have asked him, how can you keep going in the face of all of this abuse and people hating on him for whatever reason? He's probably one of the most successful business people in the world ever. 4 different companies that are moving the planet and people ahead, right? He and Steve Jobs. And because they all said, it isn't going to work. You're not going to make the rockets work, blah, 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 blah. And of course he did. Same thing they tell you. Oh, this network marketing isn't any good. And oh, this lady just wants your money. He just wants your money, blah, blah, blah. All the people who never get their butt in the ring. They're always sitting on the sidelines. That's who they are, the carpers, right? And you have to learn to not listen to anybody that's outside the ring. If they're not in the arena fighting it out, don't listen, period. They don't know jack. So somebody said, well, they all said you wouldn't make it for Tesla. You wouldn't make it for the Boring Company. You wouldn't make it for the Neuralink. You wouldn't make it for SpaceX. How come you kept going? And he said, well, because I didn't think I would make it either. He said, I believed when I started all those companies, especially SpaceX and Tesla, that there was about 10% chance that I would succeed. So I agreed with people who said you probably won't make it. I said, yeah, I know. That's probably true. That's probably true. So would you give yourself a 10% chance to make it in your business if you knew what to do? How many people here would say, I would go for it if I had a 10% chance of success? Yes or no? That's all he said he needed. Because if he did make it, it would be incredibly powerful. But he knew it was only 10% chance of success. I'm telling you, if that is your number, would you go for it? Is it important enough to you that you'll take it on, even if it's just a 10% chance of success? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes or no? You ask yourself that. Only a 10% chance of success, but oh my God, if you make it, if you stay the course, 10 years of rockets blowing up, 10 years of being in the newspapers in every city in the world. Ha, 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 ha. Even today, there are millions of people who love it when Tesla stock goes down because that horrible Elon, that horrible rich man will get his, and he'll have less money today. You know, and these people talking, they can't rub two nickels together. Who cares? Who cares? You take your 10%, get with the other 10%ers and do something. Do something. Make a difference. Do something. Here's another one, Virgin Atlantic Airlines. That's from Richard Branson. This is the last story I have. His story is basically 25 years ago, he was stuck at Puerto Rico airport. He and a bunch of other people had stopped at Puerto Rico and they needed to go to the to the British Virgin Islands. And the plane that was supposed to take them broke down, mechanically broke down. It was the middle of the night and they said there wouldn't be another plane till tomorrow. So he says, well, you know, I was supposed to catch this flight and it wouldn't, you know, because of the mechanical problems, the thing wasn't going to work. And he said, I was incredibly intent on getting to my destination as I had plans that I could not afford to postpone. It was at this moment of frustration, right there, you have that or you don't have that, that I had a light bulb moment. I thought to myself, why not charter my own plane? It was a crazy idea, but it seemed like the only viable solution at the time. So I went to the back of the airport, found a chartered plane, remember 30 years ago, payphones, right? Found a chartered plane that was available, negotiated a deal, he said, with a pilot to take me and a bunch of other stranded passengers to the British Virgin Islands for a reasonable fee. Then he says, I have this plan in place, right? I go back into the airport, stand on a chair, look around at everybody and say, hey, ladies and gentlemen, excuse me, but I have chartered a plane to take us to the British Virgin Islands. The cost is going to be whatever, $39 per person. If you're interested, please come over and let me know. To my delight, he said, a bunch of passengers came over. We quickly filled up the seats on the plane. I collected the money. We all boarded the plane, relieved to be on our way to our destination. Then he says, as we took off, I couldn't help but feel a sense of accomplishment. Not only had I solved my own problem, but I had also helped a bunch of other people who were in the same situation. Ding, ding, ding. Solve my own problem. Other people in the same situation. Helped other people in the same situation. He says, at this moment, the idea for Virgin Airlines was born. Virgin Atlantic, one of the top 10 airlines in the world. So he said, and that's, I thought, well, if I could charter a plane and solve a problem for myself and for a bunch of other stranded passengers, why not start my own airline and solve problems for passengers all over the world? Have we got that? I don't know what this is with this coughing, but let's see if this works. So that's what he did. He said when he got back to England, he started working on his own airline, creating it, Virgin Atlantic. It wasn't easy. There were many challenges, But he says, solving my own problem at the Puerto Rico airport gave me the confidence and determination to make it happen. So, got it? Solve your own problem first. And people build giant businesses from that. Isn't that what we're talking about? Have you solved the problem of your own? Yes or no? Yes or no? So what is the story with him? What is the bottom line? If you go to the bottom, this is from the book, by the way, this little article here that you see is from, it's inside the book, Duplication is a Myth. There we are, like this. You can see that it's inside there. You can get the ebook or get it on Amazon. Number one, what are the steps? Solve a problem of your own. We just talked about that. Find people with the same problem and offer them a solution at a certain price. We got it? Say yes, we have that. All right, good. That's step one. Secondly, you need to know how the money works. A lot of people have no idea how the money works. They'll just say, oh, I talk to people and I make money. No, that's not how it works. If you talk to 100 people today, how much money will you make? Talk to 100 people today, how much money do you make? Let me see. Let me hear. Right?
Zippo.
Yeah, exactly. What do you need to do to make money, right? Just talk to people. What do you have to do? Yeah, one thing, bring in buyers. Bring in people who buy. However you do that. Talk to people, sing to people, make a TV show, whatever you're going to do. Talk to them on the phone. You have to bring in buyers in two kinds, product buyers and people who are reps and also buy products. Actually, if you think about our industry, everybody's a customer that comes in. Everybody buys product at some amount. And reps just buy product, usually a little bit more, because they're also going to market and find new buyers. But everybody in the end, for a network marketing company, in order for the company and for you to make money, you are paid a piece of what everybody buys. And that's how the pay plan works. So I want you to know how the plan works so you know what it is in 3 steps. So you're bringing in buyers. They can be customers, product buyers, or they can be reps who also buy product. Is that clear to everybody? We got it? Okay. So here's how the money works. You find the buyers. This is for network and affiliate type marketing programs, the so-called business in a box. And also for any reps, like pharmaceutical reps, they do the same thing. The reps go and find the buyers for whatever is being sold. So if you're a rep, like we're a rep for companies, we have been, we're the ones who find the buyers. Without us, the companies would be dead. So when they tell you, oh, you don't sell, we don't sell, where do you think the money comes from that those companies get to pay their president and all the corporate staff? If nobody makes any sales and if nobody brings in any buyers, the companies have no money. You are the one who brings in the buyers. Okay, so be conscious of that. Then what happens? The buyers have a credit card in their hand. And then they decide, well, I want to have this program. I want to have the Buyer's Factory, or I want to buy the dots, or I want to buy whatever you're going to get. And then they give it. And what do they give it to? Well, they give the money to your company, who then gives you a cut of it. Are we good with that? Say yes. You got that? You get a piece. So they pay your company $500 and you might get 100, or you might get 50, depends on how far down and whether they're customers or if it's a one-time fast start bonus or what. If you have your own product, then you find a buyer. And the buyers can be found through ads. It can be done through calling on the phone. It can be done by having other people go out and market and see who has the problem. But the thing is that the buyers, we have to figure out how to find those, whether we do it or hire people to do it, who stand around and say, I'm pretty ready to go. And then the money gets siphoned off to a company, whether it's your company and then you get a cut, or whether it's your own company, not your network marketing company, but say you market, I don't know, say relationship classes, then it goes to your company, and this is how the money works. Is everybody clear about that? Want to make sure that we got that? Everybody got it? Okay,
Yes.
good. Yeah, just so you know how the money works. And what you need to do is figure out how to max out your pay plan. That's something that we are quite good at. And that's one of the first things we do is how's the pay plan work and how can we position the buyers and reps that we get to maximize the money that comes to us and them. Okay, that's how we want to do that. That's the business model of network marketing. So now you have these two things. You know what you want to focus on. Remember the 3 blue dots, the pain of the problem. Put it out there, enroll people, get the buyers, and get the money. That's what we're doing. Now you know how the money works, and you are, because I just showed you, and now our job is to find buyers for their products. That is what we do, and then we get a percentage, which I just showed you here how to do. Now, how do you bring in the buyers? And this is the trick. You want to ask for someone, and their ask is defined in as marketing, for someone who is looking to solve the problem that you can help with. Remember the golden rule, right? What did he say? A business exists to solve problems people will pay for. Problems people will pay for. So you lead with the problem you can solve and the pain of the problem you can solve. Does that make sense? Tell me yes. Make sure you got this. So when somebody says, so what do? Here's an example. You might say, yeah, some people go, well, I don't, well, let's see. I'm a Shackley rep, right? But if you're going to lead with the problem, because we're saying we're going to lead with the pain of the problem that we know how to solve. Remember that? So we're going to stay in our own zip code, so to speak, stick with what we know we can do because we did it for ourselves. So here's an example. So what do? Well, I have a business, and our business helps people who know they have to get off the daily pain meds because, it's ruining their liver. And so we help those people because they still want to have the pain be gone. So we help people like that who need to get off the daily pain meds, but they want the pain gone as well without the meds. That's what we do. What do you do? What's the problem? People who know they have to get off the daily pain meds because it's wrecking their liver. And what's the kicker? Well, they don't want the pain. So there's got to be some way to get rid of the pain without the drugs that cause the liver to fall out. Have you got it? You see that? Tell me yes. This is one of hundreds and hundreds of examples of how you can put out there what it is that you do in such a way that only those people are going to say, yeah, me, I want that. I want that. Okay. And it can be for no matter what it is that you do for people. There are structures for the scripts like this. People have health problems. They have money problems. They have relationship problems. Problems. Like you might help people. I mean, I don't think too many of you do, but there are people whose business is saving marriages. And you know how they pitch it? If you're thinking about getting divorced, before you conclude that you're going to get divorced, what's the divorce going to cost you? And a lot of people go, what is the divorce going to cost me? 50% of everything you own. Oh, maybe I should try to stay married a little longer. Who sees that? You guys get that? When some people figure out that it's going to be 50%, that somehow, unless you're having, a torrid affair with somebody else and you want to get divorced no matter what, you're going to rethink it. Maybe for the kids, what have you. So no matter what problem you know how to solve, here's Netflix. What do? You bored tonight? Netflix, Netflix, Netflix. What are you doing? I'm bored tonight. Netflix, here's my card. Let me sign up for $20 a month. Solve a problem, pay money, and be happy. This is the business that we're all in. You solve somebody's problem, they pay you money, and then they're happy, and you want to be sure that they are happy. Make sense? Are we good with that? We all buy stuff to make the problem go away, whether it's candy, alcohol, new people, an affair at night, whatever it is you're into, okay? Humans buy stuff to solve their problems. You want to be a speed bump for anyone who has the problem that you know how to solve, so they go, when they're screening, when they're surfing down Facebook, and they go, let me see what she's got. I want to sign up 8 out of 10 people. I haven't signed up 8 people in 5 years. What do you mean 8 out of 10 people? Give me that. Okay. That's a problem. I've pointed it out and you're here. So that's what we did. to build 6 different companies to the top in record time over 29 years. We put the problem and the pain of it out there, out there, out there, out there. And that is to the eyes and ears of anyone out there who was likely to be in our market. Who are people that are in your market? Your market are people who have the problem and are looking to solve the problem that you know how to fix. Your market is not everyone. No, no, no. What is the market for a size 8 shoe? What's the market? Who's got it? Size 8 shoe. What's the market? People who what? See who gets this first. Who's got it first, Vic?
Nobody yet. Oh, goodness. Need size 8 people.
People
Right?
who want size 8,
Yeah.
not size 10, not size 12. Size 8 feet. That's it. That's what we're doing. That's our market. You're selling a size 8 to somebody of
Mhm.
something. And you put that out there in places where, when you get really good, where size 8s are likely to hang out. Then you have what we call a feeding frenzy. And 20 or 30 people do a table rush, and hundreds of people run to the back of the room and say, give me that, give me that, give me that. Because they're all size 8. Ooh, got it? Your market is only the people who are looking to solve the problem that you know how to solve because you've done it for yourself. Can we get an amen? Have you got this? Let me see.
Yeah, they got the amens going.
That's what you want. So, because you're like a speed bump. If you're not somebody's speed bump, you will never have a market. You never have a business. You just won't have one. Because nobody that's looking for a fix like what you have will ever stop because they'll never see you. You'll be way too general. Oh, I help weight loss. You got to be kidding. The whole world needs to be on weight loss. Your speed bump is specific. They screech. Look, Mom. Dairy Queen. That's it. Okay. What you want to be. So I'm going to show you how we do that. Okay. That's how we fast find buyers. We call this process fast find. How many of you guys want to do fast find? Hey, Jenny, good to see you. Yeah. Right. Amen. We'll pretend we're in church here. Right. So buyers are looking to solve their problem. They're actively looking, and your business and product solves the problem. So that is what you want to put out there, that and the pain of it. You want to position it properly. That's called marketing, by the way. Okay. Why? So that your posts and your phone calls and your emails and your reels, whatever you put out, they pop up like a speed bump to just those people. All right. I think you got this now. You just want to learn how to do it. That's all. Because people are scanning online 24/7. Why? To fix their problems. All of them. Any one of them. More money, more sex, more gorgeousness, more this, more that. Wasting time, gossip, get distracted. It doesn't matter what it is. They're spending their time, and now and then, oh, look, that's one of those roasters. I want to have one of those and buy. That's why they have ads. The easiest way to figure it out, again, without doing years of market research, ask yourself, what problem did it help your business help you with? Do you have a before and after? Before, I was a fat. Now, I'm not so fat anymore. And we're going to show you how to figure out what your before and after is. A lot of people don't know how to do that. We've had a guy in one of our programs, and he's been taking classes with us for, I don't know, 3-4 years. And he finally said, Kim, I got my before and after. It's in your head, see, it isn't, but it won't come out. And we don't really know why that is. But then he describes 3 years of a problem that he had. He used to be really active. He still looks really hot, but he's totally active. And I think he had an accident or something. And suddenly he couldn't do anything he wanted to. He couldn't garden. He had a big, huge gardening thing, and couldn't run, couldn't do this, couldn't do that for 3 years, and tried all these different things. And one day he said, I tried this really crazy, totally crazy product. And I was sure, how could it possibly work? And like in 5 minutes, I thought, oh, I think I can go garden. And it's been 9 months now, I think, 8-9 months. And he's back to normal the way he was 3.5 years ago. Now, do you think that's a story? Do you think he can tell about the pain, what it's like to have been athletic his whole life, and suddenly he can't even garden and bend over and tie his shoes? What do you think? Yes or no? How many people like that can he help with that one story? 8.5 shoe. There are thousands of them. And he just has to describe the pain of not being able to garden, you see, and you need to learn how to do that. We're going to show you how to do that. So that's the key. You're looking for people who still have the problem that you're trying to solve. And that includes being able to focus on a business like a network marketing business. Like it might be that you could say, I've been trying to get my business off the ground for 5 years. I just never gave it priority. Here's what I finally did to put it first on my list for 1 year so that I'm now making an extra $2,000 a month. Here's what I did. If you want to know, click here. So let me ask you, Fiona and Joe and Gina, how many people do you think would click on your link? Because they too want to know how after 10 years did you finally prioritize your business and put it first so that you did it every day for an hour? How many people do you think there might be in this industry who would want to know what you did? Tell me, and maybe join you because they want to know too. And how did you know? Because I did it for myself. In 6 months, if you do this and you put it by your toothpaste, I'll be able to send you a letter and say, okay, I'll send you the letter now. You're going to get an A+. And in 6 months, tell me who you are, where you are, because you'll have done this now. Every day you made it a priority, an hour, every single day for 6 months. Guess where you're going to be? Here you are making another, get a couple hundred customers, make $1,000, $2,000 a month. How many people would want that to learn just how did you ever get yourself to commit? How did you do that? Multitudes, yeah. So you do something for yourself and people are dying to find out how did you do that? And you can say for 10 years, I screwed around with it. For 5 years, for 3 years. And this lady kept banging on me. And one day she gave me this A+ in advance and everything changed. We have people this is happening right now. And so it's possible to do. And if you do it for no reason, do it so you can teach the next person. Do it for help the next person up. Okay. So, and they'll buy to get rid of the same problem that you knew how to get rid of, including putting it off. Okay. So how you do it, before you tell people what you got, you ask them just like the way we said. So what do you do? What's the thing that you do? We help people who have, my business helps people who have trouble with their hair falling out. And the women in particular cannot stand it because they feel like they're looking so old. And they hate it because they think they'll never have sex again. So we help women like that grow their hair back so they can have sex again or not worry that their husband's going to go run off. Got it? And guess who's going to come? Anybody who worries that the husband's going to run off or the wife's going to run off for any reason, but particularly loss of hair. Right? See, it's the consequences of things that we need to be leading with. Because that's what hurts and that's what binds humans together, pain and grief and happiness and optimism. All those things tie us together. So we have a step-by-step system that we use to do that. And so in the last 5 minutes of this, I want to ask you if you'd like to see how this works so you can see whether or not it might be something that you guys want to get into. We have a limited offer that ends tomorrow night for this one because it's a fairly small group of people. But I want to show it to you because we have a bunch of you here and see who would like to see it if you'd like to see it. Tell me if you want to see it. Yes, no, yes, no.
Yes, we've got some yeses here.
Oh, good. Well, I got to get a couple more than that. Okay, good.
Yep.
Okay, so what we're going to do, we want to call those names of people who are active. You're going to call your market. What's that? The people that are actively seeking a fix for the problem that you can fix. You got that? You're not looking for everyone. You're looking for people who are looking to get themselves back in shape without having to eat rabbit food. That is, you have to learn what your market is, which we will help you with, okay? Like Richard Branson did. By the way, those people in Puerto Rico at the airport, can you imagine all those people? When he went to the back to go charter a plane, which was quite novel at that time, and he came back, here comes Branson, right? Did they hand over money to him without having made friends first? Did they want a relationship with him before they handed over the money? Yes or no? Let me see what you got. Yes? No? He's got a ticket to the next island. Did people say, oh, let's make a relationship with Mr. Branson first? Let's make friends with him first. Because we need to see, right? Let's find out about the family and the hemorrhoids and the husbands, right? Did they ask, oh, wait, what's the plane made of? What kind of metal is it? And what kind of wheels does it have? Did they ask that? Did they ask what kind of motor it had? Or what was the color of the fabric on the seats? Or the color of the suit of the pilot? Did they ask for any of that? They all had a problem. He came up with a solution. They bought. Boom. That's the order of things. And it's not that nobody cares what they're buying, but if the problem is severe enough and urgent enough, whoever says, I got to fix, everything else being equal, people are going to buy. Or say, let me see what you have. You can't be selling them the seat. Oh, would you like to have, this kind of a seat? It's like, where's the plane? Give me a ride. They want a ride. And that's what they got. So remember, when people tell you need to have a relationship with somebody first, just ask yourself this: with whom do you have a relationship at Amazon and you're buying like crazy? With whom do you have a relationship at Apple and you're spending $5,000 on their phones and computers? Why do you buy? You know from other people and from your own experience how good they are. You want to be friends with them. And that's what we call a one-way warm market. People reach out to you to be friends with you. Why? Because you're so nice? No. Because you can solve a problem they are looking to have solved. That's why. They want to make friends with you. You don't need to make friends with anybody first. Make it clear what problem you solve and how you do it and how well you do it, and people will line up, whether they know you or not, because they will know you through your work online, or through your reels, or through your postings. That's how they know you. There's nothing personal you don't need to spend any personal time. We don't. Okay, isn't that what we want? Say yes, you want that? Most network marketers don't know how to get buyers once you've run through your warm market. Well, we know that. But even with friends, how many people here have asked a friend to buy as a favor without you even knowing if they had the problem that your product can help with? How many people have done that? Anybody here? Oh, won't you just buy for a month's supply? Because I'm kind of new and blah, blah, blah. Anybody did that?
Yes.
Joe, totally. I mean, most everybody has done that. Glad that you didn't, without even knowing if they had the problem. Okay. So that's why we created this program. It's called the Buyer Factory. And this is how we enroll 8 out of 10 people these days, and have done it for, many years with this little system that we've got. So I'm going to show you how this works. You said yes. So this is our business. This is what we do. And this is what we're going to share with you. The new program that we just started a couple, 2-3 weeks ago. Here's what you're going to learn how to do in there. You're going to learn how to call out your buyers the way we just talked about. Call out the people that are looking to solve the problem that you know how to solve. And we've gotten very, very good at this over the years. How to attract those people to you versus somebody else who might be selling them some other solution. Because we're an option. There are people who teach how to do network marketing, and some are better than others, but some of them are good people and they're different than me. So you have a choice. You want to get in bed with us? This is the approach. This is what you're going to learn how to do. And if you want to do some other approach, then you can go there. We all have options, right? We can buy different cars, different homes, whatever it is. But if you want people to come to you, not because you're the best persuader, but because you're clear about the kind of path that you have, that's what you want. That's what you want. Because there are different ways to do it. And if people know your way and they go, oh, that's just what I've been looking for, that's what you want. Okay. How to make them want to give you their credit card. Yeah, I was telling somebody the other day, when we first started selling high ticket years ago, my first high ticket program was like $4,995. And I was kind of chicken to charge that. So I thought, well, That's like a lot of money. The most I'd ever charged until then was $297 a month for a membership program, and we had like 100 people in there, so that was pretty good. And I had these teachers who said, Kim, you need to go high ticket. And it's like, oh God, network marketers don't have any money. And because I thought, well, most of them don't make money in their business, so how are they going to give me big money, right? And somebody said, Kim, wake up. They have other money. They have parents, they have wives, they have husbands, they have accounts, they have rich uncles. It's like, oh, right, they do. So I went right ahead with my high ticket program. But I was kind of chicken when somebody said, how much is it? I didn't want to say, well, it's $4,995. I just couldn't quite get that to come out at that time because I was kind of new to it. And for some of you, that might be $100. It depends on your experience, And so what I did is I say, okay, so how much is it? Well, let me show you the site. And then I would tell them, here's the link, get on your website, just like we do today. We didn't have Zoom, but we didn't need it because I knew what the site had backwards and forwards. So you get on the site. Okay, so here are the things it has. And on the site I had, we're going to give you this, 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 this. I said, so scroll down. And they would scroll down and say, they're at the bottom of the list. Yep. You see the price there? Yep. That's it. I said, I never said the price. I was just, and then I realized how well that worked. And now we never say the price. We take people shopping and it's like, you get a 1 month supply or a 3 month supply, and a 3 month supply is the same as, you get a month free. So you can see the price right there. We don't have to say the words. See? And these are very advanced things, but we never say the price when somebody's absolutely new, because they can read it on the website when we're taking somebody through to buy. See, these are just little things. So we help people enroll. And the reason you want to help people enroll is not slam dunk. What is it? Slam, bam, thank you, ma'am. No, not that. You want slam, bam, thank you, ma'am. And now let's take care of the baby. Because the next step is when you get your goodies, let's open the box together, open the package together, and figure out how you're going to use it, and stay with the people and have them making sure they're using the product so that they don't leave it unopened for a month and then decide they're going to refund. Are you with me? Yeah, we're going to show you how to do this in 3 steps. You're going to learn who you help based on your own before and after. We're going to convert that into the person that you can help, person who wants this, but not that, who's looking for that right now. And then we're going to learn how to put it out there, all your attraction work out there on Instagram, Facebook, particularly phones. Warm market is very much coming back these days. And then I want to show you how to enroll by taking people shopping. You take them shopping. It's a very different experience. So how much is that? Okay. Vic, you've been taking people shopping with the program that we have. How does that compare to what you used to do before we did this approach?
Oh my gosh, what a difference. It feels like I'm a personal shopper to help them solve their problem, their issue. I'm not there for me. I'm not even thinking about their wallet. I'm not even thinking about the money at all. As an advisor, which is how I'm positioned now, which is what you've taught, Kim, I'm no longer a seller. So I've changed everything. And I literally help them all the way through. Okay, put this in your cart before your joints that you're talking about and your hair falling out. And I literally just take them shopping. And at the end, when they fill out their little account, their wholesale account or whatever it's going to be, they select all the way through while I just guide them through the experience of shopping. And I don't mention price. They get down because they're getting what they want to solve their problem, to get rid of the pain. And they finish it. I don't ever talk about a credit card or anything.
Because they fill it all in. Say, here's the page, fill it in. Oh, okay.
Fill it
You
in
don't say any of the extra words. Yeah, right. And how was that experience for you and for them?
Oh, it is like I am there for them, number one, which makes me feel good about myself.
My personal
So
shopper.
that's what can I say about that? It's good for them and it's good for me. And all this other toxic language I used to use before to push and overcome an objection that I didn't need to overcome, because I no longer have to overcome those objections because they aren't there. It's just nice. And that's why I think 8 out of 10 enroll, because they feel like I am there to assist them to solve a problem. And they're ready to buy it because they want that problem solved. That's it. I mean, I hate to say it, guys, but it's I don't believe in things being simple, but when you learn to do it this way, it is simple. So it's a different kind of simple.
And it's
It,
knowing that all the shoes in the Nordstrom store,
yeah,
5,000 pairs, there are only going to be 4 or 5 pairs that are women's running, Nike, white, size 7.
mhm.
And he's going to bring those 5 pair of shoes, sit you down, sit there with your little shoehorn and try on all the pairs. And of the 5, you take 1 or 2 pairs home. This is what we're doing. We're shopping for people. Does that make sense? Make sure we got this. Yes, yes, yes. How much? Okay. So anyway, it's not 100,000 for sure. We have friends uh, who have programs that cost that much. And the reason people pay, by the way, is because they figure they're going to make $1 million. And these are not rich people, but they're people who are business people who give money, invest money in order to earn a multiple of returns. One thing that you need to know about business is when you put money in, it's not a cost like a video game. That's a cost. You're not likely to get that back unless you're a professional gamer. You're investing in order to multiply the money with the knowledge that you are buying or the coaching that you're buying that you are going to take and hit out of the park. Is that clear to everybody? So I don't want to be hearing about, I don't have any money. If you don't have any money, then you're not being resourceful. Your business requires new knowledge. It requires new information. It requires a kind of an effort for you to earn a return, to get other people to give you their money. You cannot be some kind of a chintz. You got to get creative. One reason that I am, that we sell a lot of stuff is I'm a happy buyer, way too happy. And if you're not a happy buyer, people are not going to want to buy from you. So, we don't need your money. What I'm telling you is if you want a business that you don't have now, you have to be a different person, think a different way than you're thinking right now. Now you can get mad and go, well, nobody's going to give me anything. Well, you got to try to get creative. And 90% of the people in our world have jobs. Why? Because they feel like, they want to listen to Dave Ramsey and not spend any money. Well, that is true if you only have a job. Then you have a fixed income and you shouldn't spend outside of that income because you don't have any more. That is a fact. But you see, Elon Musk borrowed almost all the money that he used to buy Twitter, now X. Why? Because he didn't have it. It was $45 billion or some astronomical amount. And he borrowed nearly all of it. John Rockefeller borrowed his money, borrowed from all the banks. Why? Because they believed that they could multiply the returns with the money that they borrowed, with the expertise that they borrowed. You're there to multiply. Why? Because you're helping people who have your money. They have your money. We go around saying, who's got my money? Who's got my money? The people who are looking to fix a problem that we know how to solve better than anybody we know. They have our money. And that's all that will ever have your money. And we're going to show you how to do that. But if your mind is still at that place where you're feeling like I better not spend anything, that's fine. You just be entertained. But know that all business requires risk. Why? Because you're looking to multiply, multiply, multiply. Like the Bible said in Genesis, go forth and multiply. And it wasn't just about making more people and babies. It was making things, the earth, fruitful. And you multiply everything that you're given. What about the story of the talents? 1 talent, I think 5 talents and 10 talents. The guy comes back with 10 talents. What'd you do? I multiplied him times 10, 100. Good boy, whatever. Son, daughter. And then the person with 5 talents said, well, I multiplied mine too. Very good. You multiplied the talents. And then the one with 1 talent, it's like some people go, well, I just had 1 crappy talent, so I didn't do anything. Don't be that person. Double it if you have 1/10 of a talent. Take the 1/10 of the talent and double that sucker. People will love to be around you because they want to know, how'd you do that? How'd you do that? And it's right up here. Double it, multiply it. That is the purpose of a business. You're going to help people who want to give you money because you're going to solve a problem they want to solve. Remember, Richard Branson said that. So that's how you want to think about this. Okay, it's not $25,000 either. It's not 15,000. This program is 1997 for the general public, which we will make it available, by the way, in March, the first week of March. And for now, we have a founder's option for $997. And I know some of you are going to want to have the link right now. So Vic, you can put that in there if you want so that you can get in. It closes tomorrow night. That's it for this round. Now, here's what we're doing for the founders. First of all, you get the special price. Secondly, founders are going to be the only ones that will be able to be an ambassador. We call ambassadors people who are going to want to market this program to other people once you've gone through it, okay? And that means that you're going to be able to earn some significant income. Because what we're planning on doing, the course will be either $1997 or $1497 in March. And if you're an ambassador for the program, you'd be able to make between $500 and $900 per sale. Do you all understand that? Does everybody get that? Hello, make sure that you got this. I want to be sure you do. Everybody understands this, what the ambassador function there would be? And some of you, there are people who bought this program just to be an ambassador. Because if you sell 2 of them, you've got your own investment back. But the key is I want you multiplying what you put in here. That's the whole idea, okay? All right. Now, the other thing about the founders, I'm right now doing live Q&As every week. And we have every single person who has questions about how to do the assignments, right? What is your own before and after? How do you write your iHelp statement? How do you put it out there? How do you talk to people on the phone? All of this stuff, which we have precisely chunked into little tiny, tiny pieces that people are going crazy about doing. You get personal feedback from your copy, from your conversations, all of it from me. Moi. There's nobody there but me. I'm the only one there. So that's special for this founder group, okay? And the people who get the program after that will have access to the Q&A calls, the recordings, but they won't have access to me anymore because it'll be done. And by the way, I'm going to show you a little bonus right now, in addition to that. The special founder memberships are available until January 27 tomorrow night. Okay, and the minute that you register for it, you will be able to get access to the first lesson and start immediately. And the first lesson is one where we show you a mental kind of gymnastics so that the person that you are that is doing the work is your absolute fantastic, most fine version of yourself that you ever thought you could be. Very important thing. Who is coming to the party? Right. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so we have the special pricing. You get to be ambassadors. The founders are going to be the only people that will let be ambassadors for it and sell it because you'll have gone through the program. You get my feedback. And the other thing we're going to do is, it's not even on here, it might be on the order form. I am creating, I'm almost done with it, a 31-day posting calendar for Facebook. And you could probably use the post for Instagram as well. But it's 31 ideas for 31 days on how to establish your credibility, how to get people to convert, how to get people to talk with you. And I'm going to give you posting templates, right, that you have. So you have something for every single day. And we're selling that program separately, but we're going to give it to people who are part of our buyer factory as part of what you get when you come into the program. How many of you would love to have a posting calendar with great posting ideas for every single day of the month? And a posting template. So I'm going to say, here, this is kind of the fill in the blank. Yeah, right? Yeah, you're gonna have that. We just decided to include that here as part of what you got here. All right, so here's what happens. You go to the order page here. You'll see it on the right-hand side. By the way, would you guys please click on that link, Fiona and Joe, and will you tell me if the link that Vicky gave you opens? Because sometimes the links are screwed up and they don't open. And I want to be sure that they do open. Can somebody tell me that they opened? Fiona, Melvin, some of you guys?
Yes.
Let me just see, yes, I want to make sure it's not just us.
Thanks,
Okay,
Fiona.
good. All right, good, good. All right, so what you do when you get there, if you look on the right here, on the left side of the order page where you see these two red arrows here and the green arrow, you see that there? It'll ask you for a coupon code. It should be pre-filled out, pre-populated, as they say. But if not, just put in what Vicky has there, founder, Founder. You see that in the chat? And it drops the price $1,000 to $997. Okay. And at the top of the order page on the right, you will see that a bonus here is the 31 ideas for 31 days social media posting calendar with templates. I didn't realize how hard this would be to do. I would not have offered it as a thing. Let me just say that. It is hard, to come up with topics because you have to, you'll see when it comes, but the first one, I think we're going to be, you'll have it, you're not going to be doing this right away. You have to do some pieces before you get there. If you sign up for this program, you won't be doing that first. Why? Because you won't know the pain points that you need to describe because you won't know what they are. And for this to be done so that you hit, most likely get your 300, 3 out of 100, baseball averages 300, batting average is 300. Joe DiMaggio was one of the first people that hit over 300. That is 3 hits out of 10 chances. Would that we were that good. Okay, Fiona, hop yourself in there and connect with Vic if you'd like to do this with us. Wouldn't it be great? Okay, so you have it right there. You see and it's, Fiona, so long as you have the link, that's what matters to me. And then you can make a decision about whether or not this is going to help you. Okay, Earl? Okay, so see inside the green circle there, you'll see put the founder code. And then you have it there. All right, questions. Do you have any questions for me? This is what I have for you. This is the program we're offering you to found the Buyers Factory today. Until tomorrow night. That's it. Okay. Questions, questions, questions from anyone? Yep, we got that. Any questions about how the program works? Are we set to go? So Fiona, are you planning to get yourself back in the driver's seat with your business?
Actually, she had to leave just now, so she's actually off now.
Oh, we'll connect with her, Vic.
Yeah, I'll connect him.
Melvin, the code doesn't work. Make sure you type it up right, honey.
Yeah.
Melvin, try it again. Founder, not with an S, just Founder. And if it doesn't work, let me quick check and see. Momentito. Oh, here, let me look and see. It should work. Yeah, it shows for me that it's working. Try it again. Founder, F like Frank, Ounder. No S. Okay, any other questions? Yeah. I'm gonna try it again, just in case.
I just tested it again and it worked for
Yeah.
Founder with no
Try it
S.
again, Melvin, just type it in slowly and it'll work.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And
Yeah,
just in case, I'm going to put for you, Melvin, or anybody, I'm going to put my cell phone in if you want to text me. Anybody have anything they need, talk to me or whatever, I'm around. And there it is. Whoops, I did it twice. Okay, there it goes. So feel free to do that.
Okay.
Test that, Melvin, and tell us just if you're doing it again, if it works for you now.
Okay. Any other questions that people have about how this might work? How many of you feel like if you actually had something that you could follow, that you would actually go for it for like even 60 days and work at it every single day. How many people would actually do that? Anybody? Okay, so Melvin, let me give you a code here. Oh, well, it should work because I've got VIX up too here. Okay, Melvin, let me see if I can get you in your thing. What is your text, Melvin? What's your phone number? Are you on your phone, Melvin, or on your computer? Because we're getting other people's orders in. So, yeah, maybe that is the problem. Do you think you can get yourself on a laptop or not? Yeah, sometimes phones are a big pain in the butt. Melvin, type your phone number in here.
Yeah,
And
I've
what
got
we can
you.
be.
I've got his phone number. He's just.
Yeah, he's a good one. Yeah, we want to.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can help you, Melvin. If you can't get to a laptop, text me. I'll help you out.
But you said you can get to a laptop, right? Yeah, because people are coming in, so I know it's working. And you want to do the one pay, right? Remember, Mel, you have to choose the single pay when you do the discount for $1,000. Choose the one at the top here. You see where it says here. On the right-hand side, inside the circle, you have to choose the button that says 1997. That is the one where the discount code works. You can't choose the 3 payment. By the way, there is a 3 pay at $397. Okay. There's a 3 pay for $397. Of course, the $1,000 discount doesn't work for that because it's twice as much as the first payment, right? So make sure that you choose that you chose the pricing option, Melvin. Yeah, because we're not having trouble with any of the others. So we're good to go.
Well, that's why, Melvin. Yeah, it was a 3 pay.
Yeah, you click on the other one and now tell me if it's working. Okay. Joe, are we going to see you in our program here? Joe F. Yeah, that's another, yeah, don't use that. For the payment plan, you can just choose it. Yeah, using 3 pay. Yeah, no, I know that works. So Vic, what has been some of your experience with people that used to do it the old way versus now looking for people who are looking to solve the problem they can solve? Because you've been coaching a lot of our students.
Um, the misery of sifting and sorting through a humongous pile of leads or
Oh,
being
God.
uncomfortable calling friends and family. They don't want to do that anymore because they burnt that list out and they want to be invited home to, Christmas dinner or whatever. And their relationships, they want to keep intact and not abuse them. So doing it this way, you learn to become yourself and really deal in the thing you want to solve that you're good at solving. And it's specific language, specific messaging, and you don't do generic duplication, crappy language where you feel like a clone and you're trying to do what you were taught from your company or your sponsor, and it doesn't feel like you because it isn't you. So letting go and eliminating things that make you feel bad are really what I found to be helpful. Kim allowed me to let go of things that weren't me, language that wasn't me, and wear the language that was me and tell my story in a way that wasn't bland or boring. And then you become that speed bump for those people. And what it does is it saves you time. and it saves you energy, and it makes life more meaningful because you are yourself and you don't have to be anybody else. You wear a size 8 shoe. You don't have to have size 6 people come that want to be in ballet when you're a runner. It's a complete custom fitting of who you are. That's what I can say. And I would never
Yeah.
go back. And Kim, I was thinking the other day, 80% of the industry has been women. I don't know if that's changed at all. And what I hear in interviews is women are tired of trying to be, they tend to be the nurturers in the house. They're running the events in the house. They multitask a lot. And they say, this doesn't work for me because I'm trying to be somebody I'm not. And most of the people on the stage aren't women. So I need to save my time, and I don't want to do things that ruin my relationships, and I don't want to feel fake. And the way I've been taught has made me feel fake and icky, and I need therapy. So this eliminates all that, and it
Yeah.
makes life just joyful again. So,
That's
the bottom
wonderful.
line to me, it's sanity. It's just sanity marketing. A little bit of
Sanity
sanity is
marketing.
restored.
All right, good, good, good. All right, do we have questions from anybody else? We'll call it a day. Vic, you know who you have to connect with? You all connected with anybody you need to connect with?
Yes. Yep.
Any issues, any questions for anybody before we say goodbye-bye? No, we're good.
I just put my cell in there just in case, last minute. If you guys need me, I'm here.
All right, good. All right, so we'll see, it ends tomorrow night. It's all over. Tomorrow night is the last night for this, for being a founder, for being an ambassador, and for getting your calendar on the house as well. But the key is to build your business where you get another $1,000 a month coming in. That is the key. Okay. Yeah. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye, Vic. Bye,
Bye.
guys. You connect with Melvin, make sure he got himself all set, okay?